Picture this, America. It's June 2025, and the world is already a geopolitical circus. Israel and Iran are lobbing missiles like it's a reality TV showdown, oil prices are doing the cha-cha, and the crypto market is swinging wilder than a MAGA rally. Amid this chaos, President Donald Trump, now back in the White House after a triumphant 2024 comeback, stumbles into a top-secret Pentagon lab. Maybe he was chasing a Big Mac that rolled under a centrifuge, or maybe he just wanted to inspect some tremendous bioweapons. Either way, boom, a vial of experimental zombie virus, codename Z45, because its yuga shatters and Trump emerges with a greenish glow, a hunger for the best brains, and a comb-over that's somehow even more defiant. Now, a zombie Trump isn't your average shambling corpse. This is a man who once tweeted through a hurricane, so you bet he's tweeting through the apocalypse. His first post-zombie ex-post just became a zombie, folks. Tremendous energy, nobody does undead better than me. Sleepy Joe could never. The internet explodes. MAGA fans call it a divine transformation, while the resistance starts a #zombie Trump is still not my president #. But geopolitically, this is a game changer. The US is already neck-deep in tensions with Iran, where Trump's been demanding unconditional surrender after Israeli strikes on Tehran. A zombie Trump, with his impulse control now at -11, might just escalate things by demanding Iran send him all their brains as tribute. The Pentagon scrambles to interpret whether this is diplomacy or dinner plans. Meanwhile, the world watches in horror and fascination. Russia's Putin, who's been cozying up to Trump over Ukraine peace talks, sends a cryptic telegram message. Zombification? Very interesting. Call me. China, racing the US in brain implant tech, wonders if zombie Trump is a new AI weapon. And at the G7 summit in Canada, where PM Modi just shook hands with Canada's Mark Carney, leaders whisper about invoking Article 25, or maybe just building a wall around DC. Back home, Fox News hails zombie Trump as the ultimate outsider, while CNN debates whether zombism is a pre-existing condition under Obamacare. The stock market tanks, then spikes, because Wall Street loves chaos as long as it's branded Trump. The real kicker? Zombie Trump's base doesn't blink. At a rally in Mar-a-Lago, supporters chant, "Eat the swamp," as he shambles on stage, promising to make America undead again. His campaign team, led by a sweating Jared Kushner, insists it's just a new look. But as Trump starts eyeing world leaders' skulls like their KFC buckets, the question looms. Can a zombie president still lead the free world, or is this just season 47 of The Apprentice? Geopolitical apocalypse? Let's zoom out to the global stage where zombie Trump is rewriting the art of the deal with teeth. It's 2025 and geopolitics is already a dumpster fire. Israel and Iran are in their 5th day of missile tag, with Trump claiming he's got Iran's skies under control. Oil prices are spiking, crypto's crashing, and the Middle East is tenser than a TikTok ban hearing. Now toss in a zombie commander-in-chief who thinks diplomacy means growling "give me brains" at the UN General Assembly. Spoiler, it's not going well. First up, Iran. Pre-zombie Trump was already hawkish, backing Israel's strikes and issuing evacuation warnings for Tehran's District 18. Post-zombie, he's tweeting Iran's missiles? Weak. Sad. I'll eat their Ayatollah's brain and make peace, believe me. The IDF, unsure if this is strategy or snack time, doubles down on airstrikes. Iran retaliates, targeting Tel Aviv, and oil prices hit $150 a barrel. Wall Street panics, but zombie Trump's got a plan. We'll drill so much oil, folks, zombies won't need brains. Spoiler, zombies don't care about fracking. Then there's Russia. Trump's been phone-palling with Putin, hinting at Ukraine peace deals. As a zombie, he's less about treaties and more about inviting Putin to a brain buffet at Mar-a-Lago. Putin, no stranger to weird flexes, sends a crate of vodka labeled "Zombie Cure, maybe." Ukraine's Zelensky, watching from Kiev, posts on X, "First drones, now zombies? Send F-16s." The EU, already jittery about Middle East fallout, starts hoarding canned goods, fearing a zombie-led NATO withdrawal. At the St. Petersburg Economic Forum, Russian oligarchs bet on whether zombie Trump will annex Canada for more brain space. China's another wild card. They're neck and neck with the US in brain implant tech, and zombie Trump's new condition has them paranoid. Is he a bioweapon? A 6G zombie bot? Xi Jinping demands answers, but Trump's too busy shambling through Beijing's forbidden city, muttering about tremendous tariffs. The trade war reignites with China slapping 200% duties on American brains. Don't ask how they enforce that. Back home, MAGA supporters cheer, calling it the greatest zombie trade deal ever. And let's not forget the travel ban. Trump's administration was already eyeing 36 African nations for restrictions unless they met security demands. Zombie Trump takes it up a notch, banning all countries without quality brains. Canada, still smarting from G7 awkwardness, builds a border wall faster than you can say eh. The UN tries to mediate, but Zombie Trump eats the podium, declaring, "World peace? Overrated. World brains? Now we're talking." The podcast audience roars because who needs soft power when you've got jaw power? Back in the USA, Zombie Trump's zombification is the ultimate culture war flashpoint. It's June 2025 and America's already polarized, half the country's waving Trump 2028, undead and unafraid flags while the other half's Googling how to survive zombie apocalypse. The deep state, which Trump's been railing against since his tanning bed days, smells an opportunity. But taking on a zombie president? That's a plot twist even M. Night Shyamalan couldn't dream up. The FBI, CIA, and a very nervous Joint Chiefs of Staff huddle in a bunker debating whether Zombie Trump's still fit for office. The 25th Amendment's on the table, but VP J.D. Vance, sporting a new zombie MAGA trucker hat, insists the president's fine, just a little peckish. Meanwhile, Trump's shambling through the White House, renaming the Situation Room the Snack Room and eyeing Mitch McConnell's head like it's a Thanksgiving turkey. Congress, already gridlocked over a debt ceiling fight, splits along party lines. Republicans call zombism a lifestyle choice, while Democrats demand a CDC task force. The media's having a field day. Fox News runs a segment titled Zombie Trump, America's Hungriest Patriot, with Sean Hannity claiming zombism owns the libs. CNN's Jake Tapper, looking like he hasn't slept since 2016, hosts a panel on Is Zombie Trump a national security threat or just misunderstood? X is a war zone, hashtag Zombie Trump trends with memes of Trump chasing Biden's dog, while QAnon claims the zombie virus is a deep state plot to stop Trump's secret alien alliance. The New York Times drops a 5,000-word expose on the zombification of American politics, which nobody reads because, well, zombies. Economically, it's pandemonium. Institutional investors, already spooked by geopolitical instability, pull out of U.S. markets, citing zombie risk. The crypto market, fresh off a wild week of geopolitical jitters, tanks when Trump tweets, Bitcoin? I prefer Bitcoin. Coming soon. Tesla stock plummets after Elon Musk, now a zombie Trump advisor, unveils a zombie Cybertruck with a built-in brain cooler. But not everyone's losing. Walmart reports record sales of shotguns, canned beans, and zombie Trump 2025 bobbleheads. The real drama's in the streets. Pro-zombie Trump rallies clash with anti-zombie protests, with Antifa wielding flamethrowers and MAGA moms brandishing brains for Trump signs. The National Guard's called in, but half the troops are too busy live-streaming the chaos on TikTok. In a surreal twist, Zombie Trump hosts a Rose Garden presser, slurring, the fake news media says I'm a monster. Wrong. I'm the best monster, nobody monsters better. The crowd eats it up figuratively and, in one unfortunate case, literally. As the podcast mic heats up, the question hangs, can America survive a zombie president, or are we all just extras in the walking dealmaker? By now, Zombie Trump's gone global and world leaders are scrambling to respond. It's June 2025 and the planet's already a geopolitical powder keg, Israel-Iran clashes, oil shocks, and a crypto market that's more volatile than a reality TV reunion. A zombie U.S. president is the cherry on this chaotic Sunday, and the international community's reaction is a mix of panic, opportunism, and straight-up WTF. In the Middle East, Israel's Netanyahu, mid-strike on Tehran, sends Zombie Trump a WhatsApp, "BB here. Love the zombie vibe, but maybe don't eat our allies?" Iran's leadership, reeling from missile barrages, declares Zombie Trump a Zionist undead puppet, which only confuses things further. The Arab League holds an emergency meeting, but it's derailed when Saudi Arabia proposes a zombie containment fund to bribe Trump with gold-plated brains. Oil markets, already shaky, hit $200 a barrel as traders bet on Zombie Trump invading OPEC headquarters for brain reserves. Europe's a mess. The EU, still licking wounds from Middle East fallout, debates sanctions on zombie-affiliated nations. Read, the US. Germany's chancellor, sipping chamomile tea, mutters, first Brexit, now this. France's Macron, ever the drama queen, proposes a zombie accord to regulate undead world leaders, but zombie Trump scoffs, tweeting, Macron's brain? Too small. Sad. The UK, post-Brexit and pre-zombie apocalypse, just stocks up on tea and shotguns. At the G7 in Canada, PM Modi, fresh from a bilateral with Mark Carney, suggests meditation to calm the zombie spirit, but Trump's already eaten the yoga mat. Asia's no calmer. China, paranoid about zombie Trump's bioweapon potential, ramps up its brain implant trials, hoping to out-zombie the US. North Korea's Kim Jong-un, never one to miss a flex, claims he's been a zombie for years and challenges Trump to a brain-eating duel. South Korea, caught in the middle, just blasts BTS louder to drown out the noise. In India, Bollywood rushes a zombie Trump biopic into production starring Salman Khan as Undead Don, complete with a dance number called Make Brains Great Again. The UN Security Council tries to convene, but zombie Trump crashes the meeting via Zoom, demanding veto power over all brains. Russia and China abstain because of course they do. The Global South, meanwhile, sees an opportunity. African nations facing Trump's travel ban offer zombie asylum in exchange for debt relief. Latin America, led by Brazil, proposes a zombie samba summit to negotiate peace through dance. As the podcast audience chuckles, the world wonders, is zombie Trump a global threat, or just the ultimate diplomatic curveball? So here we are, America, at the zombie apocalypse's grand finale, or at least the mid-season cliffhanger. It's June 2025, and zombie Trump's got the world in a chokehold. Israel and Iran are still slugging it out, oil's pricier than a Super Bowl ad, and the crypto markets crashed so hard it's trading in monopoly money. But the real question is, can zombie Trump keep America great? Or are we all doomed to star in Night of the Living deal? Domestically, the US is a reality show gone wrong. Zombie Trump's approval rating somehow climbs to 60% because nothing says strong leadership like eating a heckler on live TV. His base doubles down, with MAGA merch now including Zombie Don 2028 bite-proof hats. The opposition, led by a frazzled AOC, tries to impeach him for undue undeadness, but the Senate's too busy barricading their chambers. The Supreme Court, in a 6-3 ruling, declares zombism constitutionally protected, citing the Second Amendment's right to bear jaws. The CDC, overwhelmed, issues a pamphlet. How to avoid your zombie president. Hint: run. Geopolitically, it's do or die. Zombie Trump's brain doctrine demands every nation pledge 10% of their population's brains to the US or face tremendous tariffs. Iran, defiant, launches more missiles. Israel, overstretched, begs for backup. Putin, sensing weakness, offers to co-zombify Ukraine in exchange for Crimea. China, now mass-producing anti-zombie drones, smirks from the sidelines. The UN relocates to Antarctica because even penguins are safer than New York right now. At a final G7 summit, Modi proposes a global brain bank to appease zombie Trump. But Trump eats the proposal, literally. Economically, America's a paradox. Zombie Trump's brain coin cryptocurrency moons to $10,000, fueled by meme stock mania, but the dollar's worthless because nobody trusts a zombie-run treasury. Silicon Valley pivots to zombie tech, with Apple unveiling the iBrain, a device that screams when bitten. Unemployment's at 0% because zombies don't sleep, but productivity's tanked since half the workforce is undead. Wall Street's new slogan? Buy low, scream high. In the end, America's fate hinges on one thing: can zombie Trump be stopped? Scientists race for a cure, but the Pentagon's too busy weaponizing zombies for Project Undead Eagle. The resistance dreams of a vaccine, but MAGA calls it woke science. As zombie Trump shambles toward his next rally, promising the best apocalypse, nobody does doomsday better, the podcast wraps with a laugh and a shiver. Is this the end of America, or just the ultimate Trump sequel? Tune in next week, because in this zombie saga, the only thing deader than democracy is the audience's sense of normalcy.